Hello everyone. Today I wanted to do a video on the SONOS system and on that matter the best SONOS system money can buy currently. In front of me we have two Play 5s, the best bookshelf speakers Sonos offers and the Sonos Sub. And as some of you may know, within the Sonos system you can buy different types of speakers, Play 1s, which you can see there in the background, the Play Bar, Play Bass, and all other type of speakers. But the thing is, which is pretty unique with Sonos, you can actually combine these speakers into one system, creating in most cases either a stereo system or even a fully fledged 2.1 system. In today's video, what we're actually looking at is in theory the best system Sonos offers, which is two Play 5s, which are their best speakers according to themselves, and the Sonos Sub, which can be added to the Play 5 stereo, which should in theory make the best system Sonos offers. In this video we'll be comparing the Play 5 stereo with and without the subwoofer to see if the added subwoofer, which costs around $600 to $700, actually adds a decent amount of benefit to this setup. So we'll be doing a listening test. I've already listened to the setup before, and I will be giving my thoughts at the end of the video. So let's start the comparison. So we'll be beginning with the test using the sub added to the system. So we'll be starting with two Play 5s and the Sonos sub included into the setup. So let's start listening. I'll be saying in between when the sub is turned off and when the sub is turned on. So enjoy. The sub is going to be turned off. The sub is going to be turned on. The sub is going to be turned off. Sub is going to be turned on. Sub is going to be turned off. Sub is going to be turned on. Sub is going to be turned off. Sub is going to be turned on. Sub is going to be turned off. Sub is going to be turned on. So there we have the comparison between the Sonos setup with the sub added and without the sub. First of all, I would like to give my own thoughts about this comparison and how I think about it. What I noticed were two things actually, especially with this track. I think it's a pretty good demo track, by the way. The sub adds this small layer of bass, but it's pretty accurate bass. The play fives on themselves aren't big enough to produce these very low tones, which the sub obviously can. So what happens is when you're playing a track with two play fives and the sub added, like with this one, things like the drum kick become a lot more realistic. You almost feel this drum ticking, whereas with the play fives, it's like the simulated bass, which just cannot reach these lows, which are required to actually accurately represent these drum instruments. So the bass is simply more realistic with the sub added to the mix. The second thing which I really noticed is the mids and the highs actually become better with the sub added. You see, what happens is, and this is something I really noticed when switching between sub on, sub off. When you turn on the sub, the play fives don't have to create their own bass anymore, and what happens immediately is simply that the play fives start to have better highs and better mids, and this is noticeable when turning it on, immediately when turning it on and off. It seems like the speaker just has a lot more space to actually create better mids and better highs. At first, I actually thought the play fives were simply playing more silent when the sub was turned off, but actually when turning up the volume, I couldn't reach the same quality in mids and highs as I could with the sub attached, even at lower volumes and higher volumes. So there's two things happening when the sub is added. First of all, there's more defined bass in songs. Things like drum instruments become more realistic in sound. And the second thing is the mids and the highs become better with the Play 5 stereo setup. Whether it's worth the extra $600 is, it's kind of up to the listener. I myself actually took my my sub for my home entertainment system, so I probably won't be getting a second sub even, probably also because of the apartment being pretty cramped. if you will be really into the Sonos system, and you'd have some money to blow, yeah, it is better than just the Play 5 stereo setup alone. You do notice a difference in quality. There has been a lot of people saying, yeah, the Play 5s produce enough bass, and aside from that, there's not much added. But I think it's pretty special that Sonos actually made the Play 5 stereo play better with the sub added. You actually do notice that there's more room for the mids and the highs. They actually do clear up. And it's noticeable immediately when turning on and off, turning the sub on and off, because normally the three midwoofers from the Play 5 also create the bass, but when the sub is added, these midwoofers can actually just focus on the mid range. And for some reason, the highs do seem to be a little bit crispier with the sub added. So all in all, if you do like the increase in sound quality, which there definitely is, you could buy the sub for the Play 5 stereo. It's an expensive investment, obviously, $500 to $600 for better sound quality. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but if you do really enjoy the Sonos system, it could be a decent investment. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for next videos. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.